All right, welcome back. Episode 17 of the podcast. How are we all doing this week?
Hold on. Let me talk about your background. That's really eye appealing.
Okay.
The different colors.
Thank you. I
Is
tried.
that your? When did you get a Scotty Barnes jersey?
Dude, I had that. That was like one of the first things I bought.
Oh shit! You just didn't flaunt it. Okay.
No, I didn't want to flaunt it. No.
Heard it was from AliExpress. That's the rumor on the street, but it's just
No.
That's just a rumor. I don't know. I'm just saying what I heard.
I bought it with my Fanatics discount, which I got more on the way. I got $150 in fan cash. I can't wait to spend it on something I don't need, but it's all right.
Should get every Toronto Maple Leafs player.
You should.
It's been a thought. It's been a thought. It's
All
been a thought. I won't lie.
Like 20-something players. That's what you should do.
Except for Nick Ritchie. He's the only player on the team that I just do not like.
Why
That's all right. No big deal.
What did he do to you? What do you do?
He just is not good. He's not good. I don't know why he's on the team. He shouldn't be there. Let's see. Going forward, the rest of this week, two of you, Mike. I don't know when you are, if you already saw it, but I know Ian and Noah will be seeing Scream.
I'm going to see a movie. Yep.
I did. I saw it last week. I saw it Thursday night.
Ooh, okay. And what's your non-spoilers review here?
I probably rank it. I would go probably 1, 5, 2, 4, and 3.
So it's up there.
It's pretty good.
Okay,
it's a really.
I like
good
the. I've seen that. I think I've only seen the first two.
Yeah, it's it's pretty funny. It has a lot of jokes for like 2020 generation 2 for sure, and there's a lot of like subtle hints at like other movies and stuff that I won't obviously spoil for you guys. But I got some good laughs and chuckles out of me. So
that's why I like Scream. It's got a little comedy in it too. I hope it's better than Antlers.
So hold on, I have to ask here. Let me put up the movie banner since we're talking movies. I have an excuse now to put it up.
Yeah.
Does it ruin the fact that it didn't come out around Halloween time? Would it have been better if it came out around Halloween?
No, because of the fourth one, I think came out in like April, like springtime. So I don't think. I mean, and honestly, and if during Halloween, I know it was only a couple months ago, but Michael Myers was this year's Halloween. That was Halloween Kills. So I feel like that's got a big hype of it. And the next Halloween will be the same thing.
January is pretty spooky.
January pretty spooky with dog shit movies, honestly. Hence 355. But I don't know. That's why I was surprised how much I liked this movie. It was pretty good. I think I gave it like 3.5 on Letterboxd. My first movie of 2022. So
ooh,
this is gonna be my first movie too.
Ian, is this
my number one?
Is this your first?
The start of something new.
Think so.
Because you were hunkered down the past week, so I couldn't imagine. Well, you could have probably obviously watched stuff on TV. Has anyone watched that?
I got some movies off my.
I was gonna go off that. Did anyone watch that the Peacemaker, the show yet on HBO?
I did. All 3 episodes.
I haven't got around to it. Was it good?
I like it a lot.
The only thing I've seen from it is the opening credit or the closing credit. The whole dance number.
The dance.
Yeah,
the dance number.
The open. Yeah.
Wait, who's Peacemaker?
John Cena.
John Cena.
Who is that? I can't see him.
Did you watch?
Did
you watch?
Nah.
Dude, you gotta do the joke. Come on. Yeah, thank you. Are you booing me?
Tomato. Boo.
I tried.
Did anyone check out the Macbeth movie on Apple TV yet?
Nate sent it to me when I was on Apple TV. It's on my watch list. It's just a little bit further down. I watched some other ones. It's a really bad movie I watched, and then one that I thought was pretty good. I watched a movie called Annette on Amazon, and it's awful.
That's the what's his face, right?
Adam Driver one.
Yeah, Adam Driver. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I'm not gonna lie.
Good?
I turned it off. I turned it off 45 minutes. It's a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, that's a lengthy one to sit through.
I guess I won't spoil it, but it's something like there's not a movie like it. It's something else, and it just that else wasn't for me. So, but I also watched Saint Maud. It's like a horror movie. That was pretty cool.
And what was
pretty good?
I was about to say, what's the good one?
So it's an A24 movie, and basically it's about this like personal caretaker, and she basically believes she's being called on by God to save somebody, but it's not the case. And I'll just leave it at that. The rest of the movie, it's like 85 minutes. It's nothing too crazy.
Man, just
not really that
attention
scary.
He just got he's the attention getter.
Not really too like jump scary or anything. It's more like thrilling, like creepy. But it was pretty cool. I got some other ones in 2021 on my watch list I still got to get to, so got to try to get to those before Oscar season is coming up.
I was about to say a little teaser, but I know we already have the return of Nate Haynes to the podcast. Already been marked down.
Very, very excited to come back and talk about.
Oh, you're telling me he's very excited.
And I was told that Noah's been requested to be on those podcasts
for no reason.
To sit through all the Oscar talk.
Yeah.
There's only 2 that I think may get nominated. One for sure I think will, that I haven't seen yet. That's West Side Story. I haven't gotten to. But the other, like, I've pretty much have seen a lot of the other nominations that I think personally will be nominated. So
Spider-Man.
There's some other like acting movies I want to watch. Spider-Man I do not think will be on the 10.
Damn it. Not forget it.
In my humble opinion. But so yeah, there's some other ones I want to see hopefully this weekend. It'd be cool.
Yeah,
Euphoria was dope. You guys watch Euphoria or no?
I'm not. Nope, I haven't watched it. But it seems like it's a good show.
I don't watch shows.
I just saw it on TikTok. All the people are freaking out about it.
I still have to finish Succession. I haven't caught up yet on that.
You do got to. Well, season 3 is over now, so you can't go binge the rest of that. Euphoria is great. It's a very, very wild show. Probably one of the most wild shows I've seen on TV before. It's probably like Game of Thrones is obviously super wild. What's on HBO?
Okay.
Game of Thrones is super wild just because it's like with violence and stuff. This is super wild with sex and drugs. Every single episode. It's crazy.
Oh,
crazy.
I love drugs.
How much nudity is on this damn show.
It's
absurd.
I just always see all like I just see the memes of like people like, this is how I dressed in high school, and then this is how the people in Euphoria dress in high school. And it's very gothy.
Well, you've never seen an episode? No one in here has watched an episode of the show?
No.
I don't watch shows.
Oh man. Oh shoot. Okay. Well, never mind. I guess I won't talk about it. I mean, it's been pretty good so far. It's only got two episodes of the season, but yeah. Jeez. Well, I got my roommate to binge the whole show in like a week, and then now we're caught up. Also, he fell on a cactus yesterday. Infected elbow.
Watching Euphoria?
Pretty wild story, right? No, just at work.
Oh, okay. God, those cactuses do sneak up on you.
Yeah, he got an infected elbow. Thought he broke it.
You hate a broken elbow.
Crazy shit. I know, right? Wild.
We don't have that problem up in Illinois.
No, just cold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my one of my really good friends flew in the same day to come hang out with me on a Saturday. He gets free flights, and he was just like, "Hey, what are you doing today?" I was like, "What?" And then he sent me a snap of him at the airport. Pretty
got up and left.
But he loves Arizona. Yeah, literally that's it with his girlfriend, and he loves Arizona and wants to move here now.
I respect that. I just got up and go.
Literally the same day. I'm like, must be nice. Free flights, get out in the same day. But how was your guys' weekend? Good. A lot of sports.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there was.
Some of it's depressing, but it is what it is.
Nah, some of it wasn't.
Real fast. I'm going to interrupt the podcast. I'm going to switch Wi-Fi networks real fast because I'm having some bad issues on my end. So I'm just switching Wi-Fi, so it might just cut out for a second. So I'm just letting you know here. I think you guys will still be talking. I just don't think I will be recorded. So just letting you guys know here.
Well, you think the one person who usually never has Wi-Fi issues is having the issues.
Yeah, he's a bit frozen. But Ian, did you watch any good movies recently? I'm seeing the Scream. I saw the Scream 2 review.
Yeah, I gotta catch up. I've only seen the original one. So
that's all you need. No, that's all you need.
I'm gonna watch all of them before we go.
No, 2. Yeah, I like 2.
Hey,
3,
Ian,
one is kind of like off the walls. I didn't.
Hold on, Ian. Before we go see it, we're gonna put money on who we think the killer is. We're throwing money on it. Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at the cast, and we're gonna get a feel for it. Okay.
There's a poster where it's like the killer is on this poster, and it has like all the characters.
So we're gonna look at the poster. We're gonna look at the poster, and we're gonna bet on who it is.
I was gonna say that my guy could probably load up the screen share, maybe if he can find it.
Yeah.
Pull up the poster.
Pull up the poster.
Let me.
I'm just gonna point it. I'm gonna name every person and look at Mike Samuelson's face. So because he knows what it is.
Nope, I'm not looking up. I'm on my phone. I'm not looking. I'm not spoiling it.
All right.
I kind of had an idea, honestly, which sucks, but it still gave me a little bit.
Like before you went to go see it, or while you were watching it?
While I was watching it.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, you just look at their faces and know. Oh, I'm so excited. I've been this excited for a movie since Antlers.
I will say I did see that this poster was on a TikTok, so if you can't find it, I apologize, but I saw it on TikTok, so it has to be real. It's not like people fake things on TikTok.
TikTok's a very reliable source. That's where I get my news.
So, if you can't find it, then blame China.
Is he Is Ziggy frozen, or is it just or does he just have the? Is he just not moving?
He's just really focused.
Okay.
He's just really.
No, I think he's focusing on the poster. I think he's looking to see.
You think he's trying to figure out who it is? Oh, and we lost him. Wait, what do we do now? Oh no,
and we lost.
What do we do? I'm not used to this.
Recording. So.
He's usually the segue guy. I think we just have to.
I was gonna say, what do we?
I don't know what to do. Everything.
Oh God, I'm nervous.
Do you have a list of 2021?
A list of what?
Movies. That's what the banner is.
You want me to make a list? I can do it in 2 seconds.
Well, I mean, maybe make a list for like this new year coming up.
For 2022?
Yeah, find maybe
like
a week ahead.
Okay.
I am back from the Wi-Fi issues, and I have the poster.
Oh, sweet.
You did okay, so it does exist. Shout out TikTok. Let me see if this is the one I'm talking about.
If I got a full screen.
There's one that says like one.
So it's one of these.
Isn't there one that has more characters?
Right here.
The killer's on the poster. It's right there.
Oh, it does. Okay. I didn't read it on my work computer.
Ian, who do you want to go first? You want me or you?
I can't tell who these people
really
are.
no
I can't tell either
of who any of the people are either. So
no, this is a guess. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the guy on the left, the smaller guy. He's in the blonde. He looks like a killer to me.
Okay.
Interesting. I mean, I'll take the guy just right to the left, more foreground, not
okay.
Totally
okay, so you're okay. So we're both going the two guys on the left.
I mean, Mike's making it sound like it's not for someone from. It's not like a returning cast member.
Yeah, because the one in the middle wasn't that the girl from the first one?
In the dead middle, yeah.
That's the OG.
That was like the main character.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm not out on the idea that Gale Weathers is going to do some killing though. I'm just saying.
I don't know who that is, but that's interesting.
I'll be honest here. I've never seen a single one of these movies, and I'm just going to throw out a guess who the killer is. I'm gonna say the
killer's. That's who I picked.
That's who Noah guessed too, right?
That's who I picked. Yeah. He just looks like one, doesn't he?
Oh, okay.
You should watch at least the first two.
I'm gonna go with the guy with the mask up, the big guy in the mask. I'm gonna go with that.
It is.
Yep, him. That's what I'm going with.
That is the killer.
Oh, it is. I got it. I did it. I won. Woohoo! Yeah, sweet.
But yeah, it's pretty good. I thought it was fun.
So, before we start talking sports here, we have a special guest joining the podcast
right now.
He's coming in,
making their debut on the podcast.
Thank you.
Hopefully, shows off the shack.
Cody Budenhoff, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, he did the Packers.
Oh, this wasn't who I expected to get. This wasn't who I thought it was.
My boy.
I thought it was supposed to be the Lift Shack guy.
Yeah.
Lift Shack.
What do you mean? That is the Lift Shack guy, bro. You don't know about his game.
Basically, yeah. He doesn't understand. But
that's
all right. I'm really happy to be here. And
we had hoop dreams earlier. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what's going on? What's
is he lagging or is that just me?
We're doing fantasy. We're doing fantasy football stuff now, or what?
I think he's lagging.
Mm.
Oh wait. Movement. He's moving again.
Yeah, boo boo Wi-Fi.
That now.
That boo boo Wi-Fi.
I can't talk. It'll happen.
I understand.
At any time.
I understand everything he's saying now and everything in the league. Now it all makes sense.
It doesn't. It does. So what do we do while we're trying to reconnect?
Well, I guess we could start.
I think we just talk about.
This is Cody. He replaced me in the league.
That is.
He did
Packer fan, Chelsea fan.
He is. No, that's true. Packers fan. If you couldn't tell by the sweatshirt.
I wonder if he hears
that what
us.
The blue poster is in the back too?
Huh?
What is that? You guys know that blue poster?
Well, hold on. I think we can
pretty blurry.
Full screen. Hold on. Here you go.
It's pretty. That even made it more blurry.
It looks like a cast.
Yeah,
it does look like a cast
poster. Yeah.
Is that the cast of Scream? He's gone.
Is he a Scream super fan?
That was a great appearance by Cody. That was great.
If you're ever going to make an appearance on this podcast, that's
a good way to go in.
That's
not real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lift Shack guy is pushing his appearance to next week because there was a Lift Shacker who moved up his appointment to during this
Love
time.
that. Dude, honestly, I started his program last week. It's I'm feeling
I started today.
Good.
Which
are you doing, the 4, the 8, or the 12?
I'm paying for the 4, but I'm going to end up doing the 12. I'm just going to pay monthly. I'm broke.
Gotcha.
That's my issue.
Yeah, I did the full 8. I bought some creatine and stuff too. I've been doing that for 10 days, so it feels good.
Okay, solid. But yeah, we'll talk more in depth when he gets on here eventually. But Mike, take it away. NBA.
Excuse me. Want to start real quick? Bowl has finally been moved. I mean,
thank God.
You can't have somebody in a trade and then you don't pass a physical and then just keep them. That can't happen. So it looks like he's gone and now on the Boston Celtics, but he's still getting the surgery.
Yeah, I just saw here missing 8 to 12 weeks.
Oh, it's 8 to 12. I thought it was 6 to 8 for some reason. That's
imagine if the Celtics still had Taco too.
So, Mike, do you want me to pull up the trade, or is it not worth it? Did you want to talk about it, or
it's a 3-teamer with? I don't really think any team won that big besides the Celtics with the prospect of Bull, right? There's Brian Forbes went to. Is he on the Nuggets? Or I guess you could pull it up because the Spurs got rid of something.
Brian Forbes, an NBA champion.
Cody's in the backstage room, but I could see him, but it's just a gray screen, so I don't know if he's actually. Let's add him to the. Okay, so now it's a black screen.
That's the thing. I think we're gonna have to go without seeing my face today, unfortunately.
Oh, he's this is the Illuminati.
We got a caller in.
Oh, yeah. Sweet, we got a caller. Oh,
yeah. So I'll quickly explain my technology issues. The things, pretty similar to maybe a World War II scenario where this disaster is striking at all moments. And so basically, I start on the Chromebook, and so I use the Chromebook for everything. I'm more comfortable with it. And my camera's not working. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I switched my Windows laptop, which I need for school for some reason. And, I switched to that. And then obviously my camera worked. You guys saw my face. And it was just I don't know if it was because it's clearly not my Wi-Fi because there's no lag on this and nothing at all. I think it's, I never use it. Maybe it's got to warm up. Maybe it's got to be like me on the basketball court. Got to get 30 minutes of warm up in.
It's true. He didn't need 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you guys can carry on. You're not going to see my face today, but that's all right.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, we just got into the NBA, so it's fine. So
Juancho.
All right.
Is there? Yeah, that's Hernan Gomez, right?
Yeah. Wasn't he? That's the big man on the Nuggets, right? Well, used to be.
Well, it used to be, yeah. I don't know. He's one of those guys I think that makes a lot of money and is going to be done pretty soon. I mean, that's why the Spurs got him for a cash dump and a second-round pick.
Yeah, I could probably clamp him up
to give to Grib to. Yeah, sure. And give to Greg Popovich. I mean, the Nuggets, like you said, the Nuggets did get a champion, and the Celtics take a risk on Bull. I mean, they needed it. They had cheater Tristan Thompson for a little bit, like Al Horford. They've been trying to experiment in that center. Robert Williams, I like Thompson.
A lot. So Cody, as the basketball
king and cheating, by the way.
Cody, as the basketball expert here, what's your thoughts on the trade? Are you a fan of this?
All right, so I'm going to tell you this right here straight away. The deal I'm looking at, never heard of PJ. Bull is somebody's son, isn't he?
Yep.
Never heard of Forbes.
Bull's son.
Forbes is NBA champion.
All right, never heard of him. And then
he was a bench player, but
Hernan Gomez is how old is he?
58 years old, I think.
Yeah, so
maybe 60.
I have seen him play in the NBA. I do remember that name, but I couldn't tell you how good he is. Clearly, he's worth absolutely nothing.
A 2028 second round pick, dude. What the hell?
So
what, 2028?
Yeah. So in my opinion, I'm just gonna go with kind of like my fantasy trades. Everything's a good deal to me. So yeah.
There does seem no loser in this.
Yeah, I do have a question in fantasy. So, do you think my team is ass? That's why you haven't offered any trades with me, or what is the deal? Because I haven't gotten one request and everyone else has. So now that you're on, I would like to just get an analysis.
Yeah, are we doing? Are we starting with that, or I mean, do you want me to hold off, Mike, here, or what? I can look at his team.
Are you planning to be? Yeah, go ahead. Just do it now.
Yeah, let's do it.
All
now.
right, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I got the breakdown on the NBA trade. I
no
needed,
time like
so.
the present.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Josh Allen, you're not going to part with. I don't want any of your running backs. Dalvin Cook's a washed up fraud. Diggs, fraud. Obviously, you're not going to let go of Kupp. Goater has no future because he plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. Ayuk, I could make an offer for, but I'm not going to. And then everyone on your bench is not worth the 30 first-round picks I'd give away. So yeah, I would have to say there's not really anyone that I think you'd part with that I would make a trade for. Yeah.
Well, I could take that over the team sucks. You know what? I can. It's okay with me.
But you
got a lot
did
of good
win
players.
the
I don't think
championship.
you'll trade. Yeah.
So
that is true.
Hard to say
I
that.
just was curious. That's all it was.
So,
I mean,
Cody sent you on here. We're talking Dynasty real fast. So, how has it been fixing and changing over Ian's team that you absorbed?
Yeah. So, if I remember correctly, he came in like it wasn't horrible. Like he wasn't in last or anything. So it wasn't the worst team ever that I was coming into.
He finished 7th.
Okay, yeah, and out of 10, I mean that's not bad.
Not
so,
bad. Yeah.
How much did you buy it for?
Nothing at all, actually. Me and Ian kind of just talked for days on end. Me and him just talked days on end what the future is looking like, and obviously he's actually been the puppeteer behind all these trades. So if any blame is to be given, it should be on Ian and not me. He is still running the team from behind the scenes.
Is that allowed, Commissioner? Is that allowed?
Away our secret like this. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I just wanted to shift all the blame away from me. But anyways, I mean, I obviously people say there's a lot of Packers now on the team, which is true from what it was before. I think I added only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Packers out of 20 people on the roster. So for some people to say it's a Packers team, I don't think it's true. Certainly more than it was prior, but when you're a 13-3 team, there's a lot of, or 13-4 team. There's a lot of good players to take, and I think I got all 5 of them are worth being on my team. So yeah, it's been good though, and obviously a lot of complaining from everyone else in the league about things that I do.
That's what we're all about.
And so, but I don't mind it. I feed off other people's hate and jealousy and things like that. So I just kind of keep doing my thing. I think honestly, if you want me to give a bold hot take prediction right now, I'll be in the top 5 this upcoming season. Just with the team I've got now, I'll be in the top 5.
Are you scared that Aaron Rodgers may leave?
If we're talking, we can talk about that all day. I think Aaron Rodgers will stay next year, and even if he doesn't, any team he'll be on, he'll still be a top 5 quarterback. He could go to Denver, he could go to Pittsburgh, he'd still be a top 5 quarterback. So I have no regret on that trading for him at all. I think he will stay with the Packers, and I still think the Packers will be, probably 1st or 2nd seed next year too. So
they do play in a whack-ass division. Yeah,
horrible division. And, really when it comes down to it, the NFC is not that. I mean, obviously it's a really strong conference, but like the Packers they're a strong team. And so when you put them up against people like the Rams, they already had their matchup. Their offense is too powerful for the defense, and they're one of the best defenses in the league, arguably. And, even then their offense is still, pretty much overpowering them. Devontae matches up against Jalen Ramsey, if not outperforms him in any case. And then you also have the deadliest, in my opinion, running back combo in the league of Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. So I think the Packers are bound with or without Aaron Rodgers to be 1 or 2 seed next year as well.
Respect. The one thing that scares me on the Packers, I've said this before, is it's the kicker.
Yeah,
he scares me.
I think this is actually unfortunate. I love Mason Crosby. I think this is his last year. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to go maybe draft one, just a really shitty one in the draft. Henry Ruggs. He was an addition I just made recently. I've been looking at like court stuff. Maybe he gets off scot-free. Who knows?
It's just a gamble. It's a gamble.
It's a gamble. But I have a spot on my roster for him, and so yeah,
Matt Ryan's nickname. It's
well,
so I do have
buy speed. You just can't.
That's
true.
I have a question. What's the thought with Terrell Williams, who's not even on a team? Are we hoping he's going to get onto a team?
He can get picked up.
I mean, he's been off a team for 2 months now.
No, he's not anymore.
Hold on. Is Tyrell Williams on my roster? Is he on my roster?
He is on your roster. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, yeah. So I didn't know that. Honestly, if anyone wants them, you can just take them right off my hands.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. I'm straight.
I'll drop him. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty happy with my wide receiver scenario, so I haven't really looked at going through every single one. And the only thing I was worried about was my running backs, and obviously I got Nick Chubb now, and I'm pretty happy with that, and A.J. Dillon. So
honestly, looking at this, I think actually you're more of a Cardinals team. You got
there is a lot of Cardinals.
You got Kirk, you got Moore, you got Ertz.
Yeah, it's Green Bay, Arizona team. Obviously, they had a very poor showing.
Now, what if they have the bye in the same week?
Well, that's going to be an issue, but I will take the loss on the chin. I know what I'm doing. And so, I think I'm more than confident that I will end up in the top 5 this season. And obviously, a lot of credit to Ian Blum as well, because he is also behind the scenes a lot. Yapping in my ear, hey, get Mitch Trubisky. I'm like, Ian, I can't do it.
His price has gone up ever since his performance last week.
Oh my lord, yeah.
He played the playoff game and won.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
pretty money team that's on the screen right now, by the way. Oh my gosh.
You got Mason Rudolph, bro. Get out of here. Come on, bro. Really? Why you got that bum ass? Look at him.
Because that's why.
I could see the bump on his head from Myles Garrett from here.
Did Rex Burkhead have a good year this year?
Last couple games,
I picked him up like 3.
It was like the last couple games he did all right. Other than that, it wasn't really
did he just sign that 1-year deal, or what is that? What is that?
Yeah,
what is
1 year.
Yeah, 8 days ago.
So he signed for next season.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, with 28 points. Okay, Rex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's bald.
And he's old as hell.
Yeah,
that's true.
Respect.
31. God, that boy old. What is that? What is that? Ogun.
He was the starter for Jacksonville the last game, and I needed a running back desperately, so I picked up the DARE program, and I think he got me like 15 points.
Yeah, he got 14
on Wisconsin. You gotta respect that. I mean, anyone out of Wisconsin is going to be a good player. So,
isn't Jonathan Taylor out of Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, I knew that. And Russell Wilson.
It's true, and JJ Watt as well.
I'm on one right now.
All the Watt brothers, actually.
I'm on one.
All 3 of the Watt brothers.
One
thing I will say, while we're on the topic of fantasy, I'm going to address one thing that I heard Shane Darcy say last week. I think is what it was, or maybe 2 weeks ago, or I think it was last week.
It was last week.
Not a big deal.
So he goes, so why doesn't anybody do counter trades? Why doesn't anyone try to counter the trades? I literally countered multiple of his trades, and he sent me the same exact trade that he offered me that I countered each time. So he'd send me the trade, I'd counter it with a different trade, and then he'd send the same one that I just tried to counter again.
Sounds like him.
Well, why doesn't anyone counter? Because Shane, nobody wants to fucking repeat each trade that you're doing every single time. Because I don't know, but and then obviously the AJ Brown
week, he's the worst. He's awful. We established it a week ago. He's awful. And as someone who claims him, I can't I can't even defend it.
You do claim him. That is a fact.
I've had this. I had literally the offer we made on the pod last week. It's just still sitting there.
I was gonna say,
so I don't understand why he doesn't want the trade
because he's not fleecing you.
About I know. So he's the worst.
He verbatim. He said, "I only trade to fleece." Verbatim.
All right. Let me say one thing about my trades because obviously they're a hot topic of discussion. So other than I'll own up to this. AJ Brown trade, not good. All right. Other than that, I do not care about my picks. I'm with Noah. Picks mean nothing to me.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I got no argument except that one. That was it. That was the only one I'm like.
That was rough.
But
when it comes to the picks, if I'm given a first round and the second round for AJ Dillon, I am more than confident that AJ Dillon is going to put up more points next season than the rookie that he takes in the first and second round or whatever the trade was. So yeah, I'm not worried.
And AJ Dillon has been proved that he can play.
Yeah, I think he'll split snaps. Both of them will be there next season. Both of them, I think they'll split 50-50 probably. Yeah.
AJ Dillon's only like 23, right? 22, 23?
Yeah, I mean, he's 2 years out, I think, or next season's his third, I think. And so, yeah, he's got a bright future. And if he could honestly play with Green Bay the rest of his career, he seems like a player. And if you see his TikToks at all, he's pretty good about like connecting with Green Bay or whatever and talking about the city and things like that and the culture. Whereas obviously like some other players might just be, like, hey, they're paying me money. I'm here to play. That's what it is. But AJ Dillon's kind of more engaged, I think, with the culture in Green Bay and just the city itself. So I could imagine him being a running back in Green Bay for, a dozen years. Less than that, probably. I wouldn't say a dozen. I'd probably say a decade at most.
A dozen.
But yeah,
I'd say like 5 or 6.
All takes our final this podcast actually. All takes.
He'll get to 30. I think he'll get to 30 years as a running back in the league. I mean, I know he takes a lot of hits and he's a power running back, but he's got those quads on him. I think he can withstand
he does
a lot of those hits. So yeah.
Well, the same could be said about Barkley, but
but
he plays for the Giants, dude. That O-line, bro. I could probably block better than that O-line.
One thing else. So I don't know if you guys saw, I went to the Bears-Giants game where the Giants had arguably one of the worst offensive performances in NFL history. And the Bears, credit to the Bears, they had a great game. Like, again, of course, it was a bad team, but it was a great game by the Bears. And I think that was the game that, Ian, can you tell me the player that just reached like 100 sacks or something? I'm trying to think. Roquan Smith.
No, Robert Quinn.
Robert Quinn. And so Robert Quinn got his sack record. Yeah, and so yeah, and they were pretty happy about that. Obviously, I was there. I had my Packers scarf on, and I was getting a little bit of abuse, from Soldier Field attendees. But I could handle it, and I made my choice.
I was gonna say you're kind of built for that.
Yeah, I'm built for Bears fans.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All right, we'll touch back to the NFL. Mike, what did you have anything else for the NBA? I don't even know what happened the last week.
I did actually I saw a Pistons trade offer for Ben Simmons that actually wasn't bad. I think it's probably in the realm of what they're going to get.
They're going to send him to
Detroit. If you want to try to pull it up, yeah. So it was Jeremy Grant, I think a first-round pick, and possibly Kelly Olynyk. I didn't even know who was on the Pistons, but I think
that's it. You can definitely get more than that. Trade.
I don't think so. Jeremy Grant is also a very good player. He has been out injured,
for sure.
So, but I mean, you're not going to get. Especially with Morey's asking prices and the way the league is right now. And granted, he hasn't played. He's been sitting in a psychologist's office for the last 4 months. So really his value is only going down. But it's Jeremy Grant's involved, and I think it's either 1 or 2 picks in Kelly Olynyk. And I think that is definitely progress. The problem is I don't know what the 76ers would do with Kelly Olynyk. I saw a rumor of Kelly Olynyk possibly to the Bulls for Kobe White, and I said, why the hell would Kobe White be enough for Kelly? Like, why would Kelly Olynyk and Kobe White be a good trade? It sounds awful. So NBA wise, that I saw those 2 trades go through. Lakers fucking stink. They piss me off every single time I have to watch LeBron deal with
Russell Westbrook. Bro. I'm sick and tired of that guy. He's on my fantasy team. He sucks.
And Giannis is going for that defensive player and MVP. He's been going nuts.
With KD going down, that's only and Curry having a rough couple games. That's only helping Giannis.
Yeah, it's I mean, defensive player of the year is I think is a lock at the point. It's just by MVP now, but
it seems like ever since Curry broke that record, he's just been like ice cold. Like, I haven't seen one of those games where he's on it. He's on one. I've not seen one of those games ever since he broke that record.
Back. He had a phenomenal shooting night. Clay's
been doing pretty good. With only 20 minutes he has per game, he's putting up like 50 shots.
Yeah. So just getting back in the groove. And I think Steph would be just like trying to get everybody else involved and getting it formulaic and getting ready for.
He'll be back, but I'm just saying he's the last couple games, couple weeks.
Mike, I have a question.
Sure.
That maybe you touched on. I have no idea. My Wi-Fi is very spotty. My Wi-Fi is very spotty, so you might have already said it. James Harden, that whole thing, that whole ordeal.
I think it's nonsense. I think
what would they?
So I think there was contract negotiations for an extension earlier on, but then it just kind of halted and stalled. I think this is just his agent putting out some feelers that he'd be interested in doing something else. I mean, he hasn't really had a time where he was a giant free agent. He really had just signed the mega extension in Houston. Everybody had signed. And then signed another extension after that, being on Houston for a year, then being traded. So there hasn't really been a time where James Harden was on the open market. Obviously, he's a max player. It's not really a question or whatever. But I don't really buy it, honestly. I think they need to set their priorities right. And I think they need to extend all three of them, obviously. I think that's their first priority. But they've kind of been slowing down on James Harden just under the assumption he's going to. And his agent says, not so fast. Like, I know this big three. I know the chemistry is all there, but I need my money first. And I'm a top 15 player, arguably maybe top 10 player in the league. So give the man his money. But I think that whole story and the whole I'm open to other trades and other options is a bunch of nonsense.
Because
even like
I don't know why he would leave Brooklyn. That makes no sense.
Yeah, and like the thing with
that's your best chance to win a championship.
Showing interest. The 76ers are showing interest. Obviously, they are like.
I bet there's 29 teams showing interest in James Harden.
Yeah, and if I'm Brooklyn, I'm not answering the phone unless you're trading me the big
Embiid.
Embiid. Otherwise, don't bother and don't waste my time. So, I mean, I don't buy it. I really just think that's just agents working. That's why I feel like it didn't even get that much traction. Like I saw a Bleacher Report tweet, and
you've seen it,
a James Harden. I feel like I would have seen trending everywhere, and like possible suitors. I didn't even see a ticker on ESPN. Like I think it's just agent work.
I agree completely.
But see, Red tied in first place with Miami right now.
So I do want to. I don't
know. They've been falling off.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the Bulls.
I mean, everybody's
in Red.
Go to the Bulls insider.
Everybody's out. Lonzo's got anything. Zach has anything. They had a bunch of COVID.
Lost last four.
Yeah, they lost the last four. They could lose the last six. They're playing the Cavs right now. I don't have the score up or anything, so I don't know how that's going.
I'm watching it, but I wasn't watching it.
And then they got
their building block. Alex Caruso is out. Is he back now?
He came back
12 to 11.
Yeah, Caruso came back tonight. And Vucevic is like extremely frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very hard time because I know that he's good, and I understand that he's good. It's just that the way he plays, man, it irks me.
It looks like he doesn't put in effort, in my opinion.
He plays like a little boy.
He plays like
a little boy.
He's like, he gets the ball at the rim, and when he should like put two hands on the ball and dunk it, he just does like a little and then like he'll miss them, and he just doesn't. He's a defensive liability, but like it's hard because like the Celtics game on Sunday, he put up like 27 and 6 and 6 or something to that effect, and like he fills the stat sheet and like they'd be worse without him. It's just that like he takes a lot of threes and he's missing. And he's not missing very close. His shooting percentage from threes down from a year ago. And he's one of those guys that's supposed to be like a guy. And he's not really playing like it consistently at the moment. And when you have other guys out and things like that, you're looking for production from other places. And it's not really happening. So that's a little frustrating. But
Giannis is definitely dropping like 35 on him, right?
Easily.
I don't know how they're gonna defend that guy. I really don't.
Because they play each other like next, right? Like this is
Friday.
Friday.
ESPN Friday night. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, they're on
play each other
ESPN.
a
They
ton.
bumped
Yeah.
they bumped the
Yeah,
Raptors
they haven't
off.
played each other once. Like they're gonna have to play them.
Yeah,
them
they're gonna see
they're
each
in the
other
same
a lot
division,
at
so
the
they're
end
gonna have
of
to play
the
each other
season,
like
so.
5 times.
Yeah, they're gonna see a lot of them. So, and that's their glaring weakness is the defense. Everyone talked about it going into the year. They got off to a really strong start, but all of these guys, Derek Jones Jr. had his knee issue right at the start of that Nets game, and he's going to be out for a few weeks. It's not an ACL tear or anything like significant, thankfully, but he's going to be gone for a bit. And they just haven't had the continuity.
How long's Levine's out? How long is he out?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I knew he was getting an MRI a couple days ago.
It's not like it's
no
not
structural damage is what they said.
It's not anything of significance. I think they're just taking their time with it. So I think like if they can they're about where I thought they would be in the beginning of the year, to be honest. And even when they got off to the really strong start and they like got to first and everything like that, I was like, the course is probably going to correct itself soon because they're not as deep as Memphis. Like I think Memphis, like top to bottom, is a better team than they are. And the game that they played against them the other day, was the Bulls are turning the ball over a lot, but to Memphis's credit on offense, they have a lot of 3-and-D guys that can just shoot off the bench. So there's a lot of good teams out there. They're gonna have to add somewhere. Jeremy Grant's the name that always comes up.
That's what I said before. I said that a couple weeks ago. I said Jeremy Grant.
That's the name that everyone talks
for the
about.
Bulls.
But yeah, I don't know. They're not going to be able to defend Giannis. I think they're probably. I hope they finish top 4, but I don't think they're going to be up at the top for much longer if they can't get guys back. And the schedule, like we just said, it's not favorable. So, but it's not like it's a little disheartening, but at the same time, I think they're realistically about where I expected them to be, even probably a little bit better than I expected. So. It is what it is. And it's January too. It's the dog days of the season. You get past Christmas and you're trying to get to the All-Star break and things like that. So we'll see what happens.
Cody, what's your thoughts on the Bulls?
Yeah, so other than reposting when they win on my story, I don't really watch the games or anything like that. But no, I mean, one thing I'll say is like it's really nice to have a Chicago sports team, being a Packers fan, succeed. Because you don't want to be that guy that just cheers for, non-Chicago teams and you live in the suburbs, because then you're really just a big douchebag. So, like, I cheer for the Red Sox and the Packers, and I'm really focused on English football. And so, it's nice to cheer on the Bulls. But yeah, I think I don't expect them to finish first. And, for them doing so well in the beginning, not only is it surprising, but it's pretty energizing, I'm sure, for the entire city. But yeah, I mean, I don't see it lasting, and I don't know. You'd have to talk to Ian or Mike more about that, as we already have. But yeah, I would just say that hopefully they can win a championship in the next 5 years and just keep building on this little base that they have right now. Obviously, DeMar DeRozan's not going to last too long, but we'll see.
Ayo's been playing pretty good.
That's true. Yeah,
they got that. Steal in the second round.
I think I don't know. I think me and Noah talked about it like off the podcast, but he got like absolutely exposed in the Nets game. That was like the last time we recorded.
Kind of humble him,
and he responded really well to it in the game since. So that was really nice to see. And it's interesting that it's like in the Memphis game in particular. It's Kobe White, it's Ayo. It's like the energy isn't really coming from the lead guys at the moment.
Lauri Markkanen's like just hit a 3. They can't defend the 3 to save their lives. This team,
and they had a hard time doing that against Memphis too. So it's hard because they play drop coverage with Vucevic and stuff like that. They can't let their 5 go out near the 3-point line because if everyone else in the league will put them on roller skates. So
because Cleveland's on pace for like 40 points in the first quarter right now.
And Javonte Green, Derek Jones Jr., those are those guys that are like their dynamic perimeter defenders. Lonzo Ball too is good at that as well. So they're all short. There's too many Matt Thomas minutes. All right.
I was gonna say he's checking in as he's checking in as we speak. He's checking in as we speak
right now. It's tough, but it's all right.
Big Matt Thomas guy here, but also my bad, Ziggy. Go ahead.
I know, I was gonna. You might have said the same thing. I just saw that Mo Bamba just dropped 28 points in the first half.
Wait, yo.
Look at
Oh
him.
no, that was not
on
what
Joel Embiid's head.
On
Joel Embiid's head.
No, I was going to say that it's been too quiet, and I don't understand the Christian Wood trade rumors. I don't understand why no teams are going after him, or maybe they are. It just hasn't come out. The team is awful. They had that dispute. He figured that would have just made him want out of the Rockets organization. Such a talented player. He's just sitting there in Houston, just wasting his career. I think the Bulls got enough guys, young guys, that could potentially be of interest to Houston. I don't know, but I think Christian Wood should be in a Bulls jersey. It's my opinion. I don't understand. Like the market, I would think he would be one of the top guys on this market. And for whatever reason, maybe there's something I don't know behind the scenes, but I have not heard him that much in trade rumors.
Do you think Miles Turner being out, like after the trade deadline, does that affect his trade value?
It has to. I mean, I don't think he's a guy as like conducive as Jeremy Grant's play. Like he's not a 3-and-D guy. You know, obviously he's just going to be a center. It's not as, crucial as a good small forward is, but I mean, it has to for sure. I really truthfully didn't think the Miles Turner market was as high anyway. I think a later first round pick for a title contending team is probably going to be good value, and maybe a younger guy. Now you could probably get off with a younger guy in a second or even a 3-team swap, but I don't get it. I mean, it's going to be about another month or so, I think, until the deadline. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that goes. Interesting to see what happens with Bradley Beal. I know that happens every single year, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Washington. Cleveland maybe makes a push at the end, try to actually go for it and bring some interest to that team. They've been balling out. Obviously, they're in the top 6 right now for the East. Shout out the Knicks. Maybe Bing Bong comes back. They're still hovering around 500. Maybe sneak into the last playoff spot.
Ian, who do you think the Knicks should get?
I like when the Knicks are good.
Ian, who do you think the Knicks should get to trade for?
I mean, they should definitely look at Christian Wood, Bradley Beal. Who's available?
LeBron. How about LeBron?
Everyone to the Knicks. That's the motto.
I respect that.
Ian, I have a.
Wait, did we? Wait. Were we
got Cam Reddish?
Were we on last week? That's what I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, I don't think that happened last week.
Yeah,
I think it happened after.
Before Wednesday or no? The last
I don't think so.
We
would have definitely talked about it. But yeah, I like that move for Cam Reddish. Get the Duke boys back.
I have a question for Ian real quick, and that's I know nothing about basketball. So obviously Chicago has a lot of guards, a lot of good guards. Is the solution another good big man? I mean, obviously I know Vooch is supposed to be pretty good, but is that the solution, that we need another big man, or maybe like a taller small forward that can play a little 4 action, or what's the deal there?
Well, yeah, I think, and Mike, you can chime in on this too. We've talked a lot about their lack of size and their lack of depth at those positions, as far as just an ability to defend the paint and things like that. So I think that's definitely the Jeremy Grants, the Christian Woods are the names that we've talked about. So it would be a package of probably Kobe White and some other stuff, or maybe Patrick Williams and some picks or whatever. So yeah, I think that's the that's been
and to Ian's point too, like with Patrick Williams. Oh, my bad.
No, go for it, man.
I was just gonna say Patrick Williams. I think his size right now, if you look, is like 6'7", 6'8". So I think he was. I mean, this was prior to DeRozan coming there, so I think that was supposed to be the answer of like a small forward, like 3-4 mesh guy. But they always call him the young Kawhi. He's like the youngest player when in the draft class. So I mean, it's a promising future. But honestly, the way the Bulls are clicking, like right now on all cylinders, if you look at a team like Houston, knows they're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything. They got Jalen Green, who the fans like a lot. He's got really good game, doing really well. And this draft class is having some players, honestly. There's a good group of 5 guys, I think, that may be potential all-stars in that class. So it's really exciting. And I think Houston, even Kobe White is like a great guard to pair with Jalen Green. I think even a Patrick Williams, if, obviously he's injured right now, so you're gonna have to see him next year, but he's such a young guy that they can develop and build like a young core with. To me, it seems like it's a no-brainer, and I think that it should be a move that the Bulls try to do before somebody else does. But I don't know. That's just my opinion.
I would think they'd have to, because you're not making the moves they made up to this point if you're not serious. I would think you don't go out and get DeMar DeRozan after you get Lonzo Ball or whatever. Not like really trying to work.
Right.
That's the assumption.
Hold on, can I just butt in? Can everyone?
And Wood's on a good contract. He's got like 3 years left at about.
Mm-hmm.
Am I heard? Can people hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
It sounds like Ziggy's in an aquarium. Does that sound right to everyone? It sounds like he's in an aquarium.
Yeah, it doesn't sound the same as before. What's going on over there?
My AirPod. The Wi-Fi's.
Bro, go to the next apartment over and get them out of there. Like, what are they doing? Let's go. They don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah.
They should.
We got to talk NFL anyway. I'm good at NBA. We gotta wait. I want some freaking trade deadline news, but my Lakers stink. LeBron has been balling, but they freaking stink. So I hate watching it. Anthony Davis, stop making commercials about Michelob Ultra and the Lakers and going to buy it in Ruffles. Get off Ruffles bags and get on the goddamn court. Oh, he makes me so pissed. Anyways, let's move on, please.
Is this better? I switched to the beats. Is this any better? Or
it's better.
Aquarium?
It's better. It's better.
Okay.
It's better.
We're not drawing off sound quality on here.
You're drying
so.
off.
This is
right.
That is true. We aren't very sound quality, but which is surprising because compared,
you just yeeted the headset and threw it across the room.
It's a hot mess in here today. No, I will say most podcasts. I do say we were probably one of the better sounding podcasts quality wise. It's all right. No big deal.
I do have a nice voice. Some say.
Shout out to us.
All right, Mike. You're done with NBA.
Yeah, I'm all good. Hopefully, we play
Suns in 4
tonight. LeBron, get your shit together. Good Lord.
I'm not even gonna worry about MLB because we don't got really anything. NHL. Michael Bunting.
White Sox are here in Arizona. They're here.
They are. Yeah, they are. That's about it.
And nothing else.
I watched a hockey game.
Carlos Correa got Scott Boras as his agent.
Why?
Money.
Huh? Yeah, money. Once you got Scott Boras as your agent, you're gonna make 10 times what you're gonna make before.
That's why Dylan Cease got him.
Then why doesn't everyone?
It's a smart money move. When you have that talent like that, why not? Go get Boras. That's all.
I love that we have the Donda album cover on our live.
Hell, we do have the Donda album cover on the bottom right. We do have that.
We have the Donda album cover. And I love it. I wonder
if Donda 2 is going to be the same thing. I hope it is.
You want to go here? Here you go. I can give you the full screen.
We should have started off on our music review. There it is.
Donda.
We should have started off on a freaking music segment.
Donda. Oh my bad.
Because that song he put out with the game is fire. The song he put out was fire.
Haven't listened.
I didn't love Kanye's verse, but I like the game. The game was pretty good. I liked his lyrics on that, and I love the Easy sample. I like that one too. I am a fan of that.
I can attempt to pull it up. I just don't know if it really.
I don't know if you want to show the cover. I feel like something might happen. I don't think you can.
What do you mean?
The song cover.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think you could show it.
Play it.
Or that. I don't think you do either. I could just sing it.
No, it's fine. Well, you can go ahead and sing it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. You can show art.
But it's very explicit. It's explicit. It's explicit. That's what I'm trying to say.
And we aren't an explicit podcast.
Oh, great! Go ahead, show it then. Go ahead and show it.
No, I tried. The Wi-Fi's killing me.
Yeah, it's got like blood, isn't it? There's like blood on it.
It's all right.
It's like a de-skinned.
It's a de-skinned monkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
What it is. Cody, can you describe the album cover for us?
It's not an album cover. It's a song cover.
Or the song cover. Can you describe it for us?
Sure. So it's a de-skinned, what looks to be a monkey of sorts, something from that family of animal. I would say it's got red all behind it, so I guess it's meant to be bloody. I mean, I wouldn't say obviously just looking at the de-skinned monkey itself seems a little explicit. and then you just add like the nasty blood color red right behind it. It's pretty disgusting album cover. I don't understand it at all. I'm sure he's explained it in one of the podcasts that he does or whatever.
He doesn't do podcast.
Hold on,
okay.
wait, hold on. To kind of merge us into the football also. Was that last week also when we had the Kanye, Antonio Brown, Floyd Mayweather, Madonna?
That was so goofy.
It was very cringy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
A very cringy get together. Floyd Mayweather and Antonio Brown did not look like they belonged. They looked very awkward in there. Just sitting by themselves.
A room full of people that desperately need help.
That's for sure. That's for sure a night.
But I cannot wait for the A.B. and Ye song.
It's one of those where it's like at 3:00 in the morning. You just got back from the bars. You're chilling out at someone's room and house that you barely know, and you need to. That's the vibe I got. It's 3:00 in the morning. The Ubers are being called. Ubers are just delayed because the weather sucks. Yeah. It's brutal.
Very cringy. Very cringy.
But anyways, yeah, Ian, you said you watched a hockey game.
Why?
Watch a hockey game. I did.
Why?
That's what I said.
I watched the Blackhawks Seattle game.
When
was that? Yesterday? 2 days ago? I can't remember.
Yes, that is true. Ian is a Seattle Kraken fan.
No, my variant is a Seattle Kraken fan. We've talked about this. But
I feel bad for your variant then.
I watched the entire game. It went to a shootout, and the Blackhawks lost. I voted for the All-Star game because they told me to. So that was cool.
Who'd you vote for?
They told me it was like the thing where it's like the roster's like already done, but this is like the last chance for like the last.
Yeah, it's like
And they told me to vote Seth Jones into the All-Star game, so I just did it because I was.
Well, he doesn't deserve it, but yeah, you can go ahead and vote him.
I mean, I'm sure my one vote won't make the difference, but
it might.
It might.
You should have got Phil Kessel in there. You should have voted for Phil Kessel.
I gotta say, if it was pretty fun. It's a pretty fun game. Some goals were scored both ways. And, yeah.
Will you be watching another game anytime soon?
Maybe the playoffs. You know, I think if...
You ain't going to be the Hawks then. You ain't watching the Hawks then. That's for damn sure.
No, I'm not. But, you know, I think maybe I'll follow the Maple Leafs playoff run and talk shit. So...
No, please do.
It won't be a long run. I'll let you know that. It ain't gonna be long.
That's the idea, right?
It won't be long.
Stanley Cup champs this year.
They're the longest drought in hockey. Let's go. Come on, relax.
They weren't as high in the standings.
Who is like the best player in hockey?
Connor McDavid.
I've never heard that name.
Like he's like the next. He's the next.
I don't think that's a real person.
He's the next. He's the quote unquote next Wayne Gretzky. The Wayne Gretzky is what they're pretty much calling him. He's pretty much Wayne Gretzky.
His team's doing real poorly right now, though.
Well, I heard Trevor Lawrence was John Elway, and that guy fucking sucks. So,
well, John Elway and Wayne Gretzky. I think one's better than the other in their respective sport.
Have you guys? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Cody.
Have you guys talked? I know we're kind of out of NFL now, but have we talked? Or you guys talked about last week with the coaching openings?
Yeah, we talked about last week.
Okay, gotcha.
We'll get to that in a second.
This is hockey talk, all right?
Gotcha. Yep. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. I'll mute my mic.
Noah, to follow up of last week, Toronto lost the battle against Arizona.
It's clear as day. Arizona's the better team. It's clear as day.
I was watching the hockey game. I was like, I'll check the standings, see what's up. And Toronto was kind of buried in the Eastern Conference standings. I'm not going to lie. They weren't as high as I was anticipating. Given all of the Maple Leaf stuff I see on my social media, I just assumed that they'd be like
Ian. Let me. I've watched hockey for a while. Okay. Toronto will be up in the standings. They'll be second or third in the East. They'll get bounced in the first round. I've watched hockey way too much to not know this.
It won't
don't they always lose?
Yes, they have the longest drought in hockey. To not win a championship, and the fourth longest.
Is it like Cowboys
sports
fans? That's the vibe I'm getting?
Basically.
Is that what this is?
Honestly,
every year is that what I'm hearing? Is that the vibe I'm getting?
It's exactly what you're getting. Cowboys is always the Cowboys year, and they get bounced in the first round, just like they did last year. That's how they roll.
The Leafs are up 3-1 right now.
Hey, they have one thing they've never had.
This guy scored. This guy scored tonight.
Glad he did.
They never had before. They have Michael Ziegler.
I guess that's true, but
boom.
I'm taking the field, and I'm saying Toronto is not going to win. I'm taking the field.
Is there a live bet on this? Is there a live bet?
Probably not.
The Barstool Sportsbook Mike Ziegler plus 2,800 boosted.
But there's few hockey games I remember vividly, and that Boston-Toronto Game 7 in like 2013 is something I remember vividly.
See, that's when the Blackhawks were good, so I watched hockey back then.
Same, exactly.
So I do remember that one.
I remember vividly.
Ziggy, and that's ever since a Panthers fan.
They're very good.
He's employed by them. You think he would be, but
I really want to be a hockey fan, but should I cheer Chicago or Boston?
You can do both.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just don't want to be.
Okay, not that bad. They're hanging.
I feel like
they're
Boston's more stable.
Go Coyotes.
Yeah,
Boston's definitely more stable in all sports, to be honest. In all sports.
Yeah, but then I'm a real piece of shit if I'm just going for like who's better. I don't know. I got to look at the cultures.
No, it's hockey. Nobody cares. You're good.
That's true.
Ian, I'm going to assume that's.
I can't believe we spent this long on hockey.
Yeah, that's
the babies forget out.
That's yeah. It's her first birthday, so you know.
The Grubhub driver.
She's excited. What can I
do? Yeah, well, yeah.
Her first birthday.
I'm texting her mother right now.
Ian hasn't bought the baby Taco Bell for her birthday.
Dude, I had Taco Bell today. That was the biggest mistake I've made in a while.
We might need to have a whole segment on that. We might have a hoop segment on our hoop sesh.
We did hoop, and man, was it rough.
Whew. Yeah.
Wait, you hooped after Taco Bell? That's tough.
Yeah, dude, it was a time crunch. I was hungry. It was a time crunch. I was cutting it close.
Yeah, you got to get that pregame meal in. So
it was like my pre-workout.
Yeah,
gets me going.
The wings.
All right,
no, I'm not that crazy. I'm not crazy. Come on, man. I'm not that crazy.
Let's go to football.
I just got whatever the box was because I couldn't pick out what I wanted, so I just let them give me the box.
One thing, if we're talking about football, sorry, Mike. Just the one thing I saw. Actually, no, I'll let you go, and then when we talk about coaches, I'll bring it up.
Well, we'll just go in chronological order here. So go ahead and you start with coaches. Go ahead.
All right. So one thing I saw, and this pretty much has no standing in hiring processes or anything like that, or my predictions or anything. But is it Rick something for the Raiders? Their interim that's over after Gruden. You guys see that post where he was like writing letters to each?
Yep. Hire him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's pretty inspiring. That's real football.
I honestly I teared up a little bit reading that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's real as fuck, dude. Like he literally sat there with his little fucking glasses on and wrote letters.
Think Matt Nagy did that? Nope.
Yeah, right.
Matt Nagy probably doesn't know how to write. Get out of here, boy. Come on.
He shouldn't be employed in the league.
Why did we get Matt Nagy involved?
Because I just like making fun of Matt Nagy. Is that Adam Gase? Is that better?
Not really. Neither of them are any good at all.
No, but I definitely bring him back. I don't see why you would get rid of him unless you're getting a Jim Harbaugh or Sean Payton.
Which I guess there's a lot of noise about Jim Harbaugh right now.
That's the only person I could see really. I'd hire him. But,
but like, dude, honestly, he might be the most overrated college football coach in history, the history of the sport, because he is. Oh my lord.
No, go ahead.
Like what?
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that I think he's done absolutely nothing with Michigan, and maybe for one this year of playoffs, that's it. I mean,
he did get smoked in that game.
Yeah, and it's just like I know, you could make a comment about the teams and you play in a really good conference, but it's not even the SEC, and he's getting his ass beat every season. So, and he had arguably the number one pick. Probably not even arguably at this point, the number one pick in the draft.
No, it's still arguably.
Really? Who else is it going to be?
It's the guy from Oregon.
And now I saw a different guy today. I saw like a third guy.
I don't know. Is Jacksonville going to trade out, or are they going to keep it? Because I don't even know if they need a D-end.
If you're going to trade your first pick, it would be this year.
Mike, they're not taking a quarterback.
I'm just saying they should. The guy that just needs to do.
They should bring Blake Bortles back. They should get Blake Bortles back.
That sucks.
So wait, hold on. I would
get
just
Gardner
like
Minshew back.
There we go.
if his Wi-Fi is good enough, I would like to hear Ian's take on the Jim Harbaugh. As Ian was a Michigan guy.
My Wi-Fi is fine. I just can't guarantee that a baby will, talk in the background. So we're just gonna have to deal with that.
What is the baby's take on that?
She is very devoted to Michigan. Again, first birthday today, Kendall. Shout out, first birthday. So she's pumped up. She got.
She'll see this. She'll see this when she's 20.
Toy Story.
She'll see this when she's 18. So
yeah,
she'll remember this.
Slinky Dog from Toy Story got one of those today
Nice.
from the grandparents. That was good. No, I just think the hard thing with college coaching in general, and I've talked about this before on here, is that in college football, if you lose a game or if you lose 2 games, it's a wasted season. You're done. If you're a team that's vying for the top 4, if you're trying to compete for the national title, that's the nature of the business. If you lose one or 2 games, you're basically out of it. And I think for Jim Harbaugh, the fact that the Michigan program that he took over versus the one he has now, it's night and day different. He's made it sensationally better than what it is. It's just one of those things where if you can't close the gap and you're getting beat as badly as you do, you're going to be susceptible to that criticism. Does that mean he's a bad football coach? I don't necessarily think so. And I think that his results in San Francisco and the NFL kind of speak for themselves as much as the results in the college football playoff and the results against his rivals in college do as well. So it's hard when, and it's hard with college football too, because like the beasts that the SEC have are built like the Alabama, the Georgia, like the top, even Ohio State, the upper echelon programs. Like Urban Meyer was at Ohio State for years before Ryan Day took it over. Like to get to that level, it takes a very long time. And to Nick Saban's credit at Alabama, he did it relatively quickly, and you're looking at the longevity, and that's the impressive part. It's just that like for Michigan to close that gap, it's going to take a really long time just to be able to get yourself the right people, the resources and stuff like that. And he had to revamp his staff this year too. So I don't think NFL teams are going to be afraid of Jim Harbaugh or anything like that. I think it's one of those things where he could come in and he could do well. The thing is, though, is he has been out of the NFL for a while, and making that jump from college back into the NFL, I think could be shaky. I don't think it'll be I don't think it'll be Urban Meyer shaky, since Jim Harbaugh kind of knows the nature of the business already. But like, it's interesting. It's hard. He's got a tough resume, because it's like when you're evaluating college coaches, you look and you don't watch like every game. You're like, what are the games that matter? What are the most important ones? What are the games that everyone watches universally? Everyone watches the playoffs. So when you get your ass beat, he's gonna have to wear that. So it's mixed.
Yeah.
And one could argue he's taken it as far as he can take it. Like one could argue that Michigan football in like this era, like this is as good as it's going to get. You beat Ohio State and you win the Big Ten, because the Big Ten West doesn't have anything really to write home about, except Wisconsin when they're on are really good. But other than that, it's pretty East heavy in the Big Ten. So you win the Big Ten championship game, and after that, you're going to get smoked in the playoff. And like, it's not like Ohio State's going anywhere either. So that's why it's an interesting time for him to jump. If he was, I don't
like just to clarify, I think he genuinely is a way better NFL coach, than a college football coach. That's why I said he's the worst most overrated college football coach.
No, that's fair.
In history. And I think it's also kind of hard to compare the two when, a big part of the college job is recruiting. And, you could say he's very successful at that side of everything. It's just maybe the execution and putting together. I mean, it's young guys too and things like that. So, yeah, I'm not comparing the two. I think he's definitely a better NFL coach. And for Chicago, I mean, obviously I know he played there for however many years. I think it'd be an interesting little duo there.
Yeah, it's what the people want, but I don't think they're going to get it. So he seems like really fixated with Vegas, which is interesting to me. I don't know exactly why. I mean, I don't know him, so I wouldn't know. But but it seems like from everything that's out, especially like stuff that's come out since we've gotten on this call, like people at Michigan think if he's going to leave for the Vegas job. So, and he could sign an extension at Michigan too, because last week we brought up his contract and everything. He deferred money and gave some money to the staff at Michigan affected by the pandemic, and all of his incentive bonuses he gave away and stuff. So he had to take a pay cut to bring in all the new coordinators and stuff he wanted for this season too. So maybe restructuring his contract. I don't know. We'll see. But he's a very interesting candidate. Probably the best one.
To move off of the coaches stuff.
This might be a little off topic, but I want to bring this up. Joel Embiid's got 47 points through 3 quarters.
Trash. I could lock him up.
He's got 47 through 3 quarters, and he's only played.
Magic?
Yeah. God damn.
And 12 rebounds. And 12 rebounds, by the way.
Christ.
One last thing I want to say about the coaches is the most, maybe it's not the most not talked about coach or candidate or whatever, but I would honestly say Kellen Moore is not a bad option for a decent amount of teams. Obviously, I think he's only have 3 years under his belt now because, he just retired not too long ago. But I know Minnesota interviewed him already. I'm sure he's interviewed elsewhere. I think he's not a bad choice for a lot of teams, and I think him in Minnesota will be a really good fit, but we'll see.
Well, to kind of spin off that and kind of tie in this weekend, did you see the Cowboys' performance?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. And that's the most unfortunate part of it all are you really going to put it on Kellen Moore, though?
I don't think the performance does anything because that's who the Cowboys have been all year.
Yeah, they're a fraud squad.
They're a fraud squad. I agree. They're I watched every Cowboys game. Some of my family members are Cowboys fans, so I watched them. They're inconsistent against good teams. What I saw on Sunday that's the Cowboys. So I feel like this has nothing to.
Can we?
It's just because it was on the main stage of the playoff game. So now everyone's watching.
Can we at least all agree that the run play was a good play?
I think it's a fine play. It was poorly executed.
It was Dak's fault for not getting down sooner.
I would argue if it would have worked, it would have been a good play, but it didn't work. So
with Dak, first off, I've lost a lot of respect for Dak after what he said to the refs. What are we doing, man?
Yeah.
What are we doing? You're not going to get any calls now. People are going to be pissed that you're cool. I'm cool with them throwing at the refs. No, don't say that. That's rude. And
Love it.
You look for the ref. You slide. You look for the ref. And he just threw it down. That's not how it works. You give it to the ref. Mm-hmm. Look, Larry Fitzgerald's like the master at that. Like he'll run towards the ref and give him the ball. So poorly executed. They deserve to lose. It shouldn't have been that close. Jimmy G just pulled Jimmy G in the second half.
I was about to say. As much as the Cowboys didn't deserve to that one,
the first half was a great game. The first half, they did great. The first half.
The Niners, the Niners were definitely trying to throw that one away.
Yes,
Jimmy.
Yeah, but respect for the Niners for they threw analytics out the window. They went for field goals. 4th and 1, you never see that and hit a go for a field goal. And 4th and 1. Oh. Come on, nobody does that nowadays.
So that was one of our close games.
They do have the best kicker.
They do. Mike, do you want to talk about your team?
I think the has a completely. I have new identities for everyone in the AFC and this.
He's lagging. I can't even hear him.
You picked a very convenient time.
Yeah. Did you tell your friend to take off the internet or something?
Wait, are you kidding me? Wait,
you're stuttering.
No, I swear.
It's like stuttering.
It's still bad.
I swear,
nothing has changed.
Is this your ESPN Plus?
Okay.
Is this your ESPN Plus take or no?
That's hilarious.
No, go ahead. Can you say what you said before?
So I have a whole new shift of what the AFC East is. The Bills are the new Patriots. We got to run through
after one game
at this point. Josh Allen is a month. Hold on.
After one game, so the 17 for the 17 game season, this is the Patriots. The Patriots are back, but after one game, now it's the Bills.
It's weird how I asked for the floor, and
but it just doesn't make sense to me. But go ahead.
It's weird how I asked for the floor and not getting it. So yeah, goes through Buffalo at this point. Josh Allen put on an absolute clinic. In the offensive coordinator, I think for the Buffalo Bills. I think now the Raiders should try to offer the Raiders should offer Dable $80 million or whatever they have to do because that electric offense in Vegas is absolutely money. I think it's
Josh Allen not
a no-brainer for me after watching that.
Josh Allen's not included,
obviously.
Yeah. I believe now the Patriots will be the next Miami Dolphins. Just still having good talent, being right on the border, and just not being good enough. The Miami Dolphins are now the New York Jets. They're just absolutely laughingstock. It's brutal. And hold on, I'm almost finished. And then the Jets will now be the Buffalo Bills because they will have these pieces in the next couple of years. So you'll see them. They'll be starting to get good. And once all those draft picks and everything come together, they will be right in that mix. So
I appreciate you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you giving. Dave Portnoy said the Patriots are the new Jets. How do you feel about? I'm not. I didn't say it. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But how do you feel about Dave Portnoy?
No,
it seems like he's like the voice of the New England Patriots on like social media.
No, he was speaking from an angry and sad place, and I don't blame him. I mean, the game was absolutely brutal. We're having our guys getting their ankles broken on Josh Allen runs of 30 yards. It absolutely just dismantling. It was absolutely
demoralizing for sure.
Yeah, that it was. I mean, I got to watch the guy who was just phenomenal in a long sleeve shirt getting absolutely cooked on quarterback runs of 3rd and 10. Like I'm not winning. We're not winning those games. They're missing tackles left and right. Mac and Cheese didn't even look that great. I mean, they don't have any receivers. All the receiving corps suck. The running.
No, Jacoby Myers.
Like all
Jacoby Myers is the future.
Right.
They should get Calvin Ridley.
Just absolutely.
They should
just absolutely. That'd be great. Actually, I read a Kuiper's mock draft, excuse me, that had Williams, the Alabama receiver with the torn ACL, getting drafted there. I don't think he lasts that long. I don't think he gets drafted at 20th. I think he gets drafted probably before then. That's just my opinion. I don't know, but
you never know. That might be. You never know. Mac Jones fell out with the Patriots.
Yeah, Ian and I were talking about this last week after the whole ACL thing happened about how much his draft stock will fall, and we didn't think it'd be too much, but definitely slips a little bit now.
Yeah, I don't know, Ian. Do you think he lasts to the Patriots pick? It's either the 20th or 23rd. I'm not. It's in that realm, but I don't think he even gets that far. I don't.
It's a pretty good class at that position. So if you were a team that was looking for one, and now you have injury concerns, which is a real thing when these teams evaluate prospects. He's just not going to be on people's boards now. So it's certainly possible. And I will say, just right now, before we really get into draft season, it's stupidly impossible to predict. So who really knows? But Eddie Jackson was all SEC and fell to the 4th round when he tore his ACL in college. So you just don't know.
Yeah,
that's true.
They can't be the Jets. They just can't because Bill Belichick is there. Now, when he leaves, they have a very good shot of becoming the New York Jets.
Dude, they really asked him if he was leaving. Oh, come on, man. He ain't leaving. No, he ain't leaving. Come on, man.
I just expected better. I expected better coaching. They got out-coached. They got outplayed. Buffalo is a way better team on both sides of the ball, and they showed it. Mac Jones was starting to get a slow run, and he started going crazy. But then Josh McDaniels forgot that he has Mac Jones and cannot throw the deep ball like that. So, and that's what's going to happen when you throw the deep ball. Mac
hit that one deep ball, and was it Micah Hyde or whatever? Came out of nowhere and picked that up. That was Micah Hyde. That was one of the most impressive interceptions I've seen in a while.
Former Packer, by the way. Former Packer, by the way. He played by the Packers for multiple years.
But that was one of the best interceptions I've seen all week. Probably the last couple. That was impressive. That guy came out of nowhere. It looked like it was going to be a for sure touchdown.
It was not going to be a for sure touchdown. The ball was short, but nevertheless, the
receiver was open. The receiver was open.
Yeah, but the receiver stinks. And it makes me so mad. The receivers are all so bad. But that is my shift on after that just disturbing performance of the AFC East. It has to run through Buffalo now. As long as they keep. I don't think they'll keep the offensive coordinator. I think that's a tough ask, but look out for the Jets.
I'll argue the AFC runs through Buffalo because I got them in the Super Bowl. Let's go, Buffalo.
I don't know about that.
Let's go,
We're
Buffalo.
moving on.
I can't say anything else. I picked them in the Super Bowl. I have to run with them. Come on, let's go.
So I do want to say this, since we're kind of talking about who's the top dog there. Dude, Pittsburgh gets a quarterback. I really do think Pittsburgh can be back to Pittsburgh. I think they just need the quarterback.
Yeah, the Mason Rudolph. They got Mason Rudolph.
God, no.
No, what do you mean?
It can't get any worse. The only way they get worse is if they go with Dwayne Haskins or Mason Rudolph. Anyone else is an upgrade.
Mason Rudolph. I don't
know. Yeah, Mason Rudolph.
They do have a pretty good defense that did have 42 points dropped on them. So,
well, that did happen.
Do you guys think that Aaron Rodgers is? I mean, this is like obviously I had a biased take on it. What do you guys think about Aaron Rodgers in next season, where he's going to be? I mean, obviously it depends on the Super Bowl, but
if they win, he stays. That's my.
If he doesn't, if they don't win, he doesn't stay. Then
yeah.
Okay.
That's my take on it.
Either way.
I think so.
I think it depends on how everything plays out. If it plays out like how last playoffs handled, and they're kicking field goals down 9, I could see him dipping. But I could see if it's at least competitive loss, I could see possibly him staying.
I think he'll also have to be like, you know what, guys? I mean, if they lose, he's going to end up being like, basically, I'm the general manager, kind of pull a Le GM moment.
GM.
And
I mean,
basically,
wasn't that this year?
Damn near. Yeah,
LeBron did a great job at it. Russell Westbrook.
Towards the end, getting Randall Cobb, and then I think he kind of had a role in some of the defensive signings, free agent wise. Some of them didn't turn out the way they're supposed to. I mean, Devondre Campbell is a first team All Pro, what's it? I was gonna say All Star, fucking Pro Bowler, and we got him in free agency on a 1-year deal, and I think that obviously might not have been Aaron Rodgers directly, but the front office going out and getting that, which they never did before, really, and go out to free agency and do that, especially early in the season. I mean, I think that is an Aaron Rodgers effect. And if, like you guys said, if it's not competitive, I think he might leave, but he'll definitely be in the front office asking for a little more influence if that's the case, if he stays.
Okay, if they lose Sunday or Saturday, I don't know what day they play.
Jesus.
If he loses to San Fran.
Oh, yeah.
But San Fran's that's a bad matchup for Green Bay.
I agree. We were talking about that.
That's a bad matchup. Cody, are you worried?
Oh, I'm scared.
I would.
I have a. Do you know Manuel? Mike, do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a huge 49ers fan. His family's from San Francisco, and so we were talking, and I was talking it up. I was chirping. I was like, 49ers are dog shit, blah blah blah. Packers are going to destroy them. But I really don't think that's going to be the case, to be honest with you. I think it'll at most they'll win by a touchdown. It might come down to a field goal. I mean, it came down to a field goal in the regular season, and they were banged up. The 49ers were. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's a bad matchup.
It's all about containing Debo. That's the game. You got to contain Debo.
We'll see what kind of game Bosa has.
Is he playing?
Yeah, I think he is.
Okay.
Garoppolo. Yeah, I just saw that alert before we started recording that he's good to go.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I think they're going to be pretty much at full health, and they weren't when we played them in the regular season. It was obviously a field goal game then. But we'll see. I mean, you can't really blame it. I mean, obviously you can blame last year on Matt LaFleur and the decisions he made in the playoffs, especially in the Bucs game. I think it's going to be a lot more execution by the players this time around. I mean, we've seen that Matt LaFleur. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think he's a coach of the year contender, or do you think without Aaron Rodgers he stinks like dog nuts?
Aaron Rodgers is pretty damn. It's hard to tell because we've never seen it. I mean, we see the Jordan Love games. We saw the Jordan Love games.
I was about to say we saw the one Jordan Love game, and that wasn't that pretty.
Yeah,
but that's
against Detroit. Yeah. But it's hard because
Jordan. It's hard.
Yeah, it's
Jordan
hard because
Jordan Love
playing wasn't supposed to play.
He's still a young player too. I will just say, you got 2 teams in the division that are looking for GMs, and the other one's the Lions. So, where else are you gonna go? And that dude's winning the division every year.
We had I think it was me, Ian, and maybe Noah, where we were just talking about the division. And genuinely, I think that we still win the division with Jordan Love at quarterback next season, if that's the case.
You very well could.
I think I would put money on it, but
you could.
Yeah.
I just pulled it up right now. The Packers-Chiefs game was 7-13. Love 19-30, 490 yards, 1 touchdown.
And you know what? That's not horrible for his first NFL game. And obviously, it's a college transition because he hadn't played he played preseason, I guess. But here's the thing: Jordan Love has a lot of talent, and I think Bears haters and things like that give him a lot of shit. And obviously, he hasn't proven anything, but I think he has the ability to be, a great quarterback, and he's learning under Aaron Rodgers. I'm not concerned in the slightest if he's our quarterback. I think we still win the division.
Well, here you go. Here's a perfect one. From that game, his rating was a 69.5. Mahomes was a 70.8.
Nice. That's good.
I just think, I feel like we're we're like nitpicking Jordan.
It's hard. It's hard.
NFL starts kind of a
It's
waste of
hard.
time.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It seems pointless.
Mhm.
Hold on. So before we keep diving in more into divisional round, let's just finish recapping wild card, which there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. Raiders, Bengals, Whistlegate.
Yep, Raiders are robbed.
Those
I'll die-
refs got taken off the
I'll die on that hill.
future playoff refereeing
Yeah.
abilities, which I don't know. I mean, I don't really look into refereeing stuff like that, but that makes sense. I mean, they have plenty of crews that can work. So
It was
I mean,
the
that-
worst officiated game this week.
I was about to say I was at work, so I was just listening to it. I didn't get to actually watch it, but I know all of you guys. I'm assuming all of you guys were watching it. But from what the takeaways I got from it was very poorly officiated.
Yes.
Just aside from the Whistlegate.
Just seems like NFL officiating always ends up being the center point of conversation every weekend.
But that game, that game, you gotta talk about it because the whistle, it happened.
Well,
It should have been a redo.
The officiating's been bad all year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But it's the
Consistently.
it's the playoffs, so it's going to be a bigger scope.
I know.
but yeah, obviously,
agreeing
but
with what
obviously,
you're saying.
no,
It's
yeah, but no. To your
consistently bad.
point, for sure, the play should have been redone. Who knows? They could have scored on that.
You never know.
It might have meant nothing. It could have been the same exact outcome. There's also a tough scene from Derek Carr throwing that. Are you all hearing that?
What?
Is there an echo for anyone else or no? Is that just me?
Yeah, sounds like a raccoon is on the stream.
We got a raccoon in here.
But yeah, Derek Carr
Sounded
throwing
like-
that pick to end the game.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I feel bad for Derek Carr. He tried. He did everything he could. But Joey Burrow, that boy, that guy's pretty good. That guy is pretty good.
All right, we already talked about Patriots Bills. I think we could spend maybe 2 seconds on this one. Buccaneers and Eagles.
Well, what is there to talk about? Like, nobody expected the Eagles to even be near this.
Brady was Brady.
Yep, Brady being Brady.
Here he comes.
Yep, go.
And no Ronald Jones or Leonard Fournette.
Aaron
and
Rodgers,
KJ
he
Vaughn
would-
stepped up and yeah. Niners Cowboys we already touched on. Steelers,
Aaron Rodgers
Chiefs,
can't wait to play again. Great
we already
NFC
touched on.
championship game.
And disappointment from Arizona.
Huge. What that was? They didn't even show up. They didn't even know they played Monday.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
34-11 was not good.
I think not to be that guy, but I think I predicted that. I think the Rams are a lot better than some people make them out to be. Obviously, they're a lower seed, mid seed, but I think they play in a pretty good division, and they have Cooper Kupp. They have Matt Stafford, who is a top 10 quarterback. And then obviously Cam Akers is not a bad running back at all. And then obviously one of the best defenses in the league as well. And I think people don't realize.
OBJ.
Yeah, I think some people don't realize that that team might actually make it to I think they could beat. They're playing the Buccaneers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they could beat the Buccaneers.
They beat them already this year.
Yeah,
they could beat them.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Rams Packers NFC Championship and that
a rematch from last year.
Yeah, I really don't like the Bucks
I'm
playing
sorry.
us either. But sorry,
Is Mike missing from you guys' screen also?
Yeah, he's a spinny thing.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
I-
but yeah, the
he's
Rams
back.
game. There he is. Okay, good. No, but I definitely do think I think we can all probably agree that Odell Beckham Sr. Was right about the whole Cleveland thing.
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean
say,
he's gotten 6 touchdowns in 9 games.
Yeah, he has as many touchdowns as he did with the Browns.
Mm-hmm. He looks good in a Rams uniform though. He
does.
He belongs in LA. He belongs there.
But from a Cardinal standpoint, they are dependent on DeAndre Hopkins. If he's not there, then it is not good.
Well, I have an issue with the Cardinals' game
all
plan.
collusion.
Why wasn't Kyler running? Why?
That too. He had
Kyler's
two-
best
he had
asset is his legs,
two-
and you don't use it.
Two attempts for 6 yards.
6 more yards than me. What are we doing? What are we doing? Cliff Kingsbury, what are we doing? What was the game plan? Maybe because they went down so quick. But like, don't change things. Don't change things.
Wait.
You gotta like work your rhythm, work what you're good at, and that's what they're good at.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was one. He had one play for 7 yards and then lost a yard on the next attempt.
Okay, yeah, no, that was my issue with the Cardinals. Maybe it's because they went down so quick, but they couldn't get anything going on offense. But it is his first career postseason game, so we'll see if he makes it next year. Which I don't know he will. It's a tough division. Seattle might get better. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, that's it for this week. Let's see. Go into divisional round though. Good games. Hopefully.
The Titans game is like the one game so. I'm like, that's the worst one, but it's still pretty good.
I think that's two pretty even teams for the most part.
I'm excited to see Derrick Henry back.
That's going to be the biggest factor. Is Derrick Henry.
Yeah, if it's the good old fashioned Derrick, Titans are going to win by a million.
Mm-hmm. But now, if we're still kind of cautioning with it, that could be.
I don't think they will. I think they're going to go all out. Why not? You don't bring them back just to like.
Hey, that's exactly what the Rams did, wasn't it?
Cam Akers. That's my boy. That's my boy.
17 carries for 55 yards.
Mm-hmm.
But we already kind of touched on the Niners-Packers game. That should be a fun one. Rams-Buccaneers will be a fun one, and then I am looking forward to this Bills-Chiefs one.
I think whoever wins that will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. That's what I think on that. But it's a rematch. It's the Stephon Diggs revenge game. Watch out for Stephon to have a great game. I think he's going to have a really great game.
Mike, thoughts?
Are we doing like who we think we're going to win any of these games or no?
We could do that. Yeah. All right, let's go. We'll start back at the top. Bengals, Titans.
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 Yeah, I feel like Derrick Henry will be 100%. They'll run the offense through him. They still got A.J. Brown. They got Julio. Let's not forget about Julio. I know he had a rough regular season, but he's still Julio Jones. I like Tannehill. I like their defense has been really good this year, too. It's in Tennessee. They got the 2-week break or the 1-week break, but 2 weeks for Derrick Henry when they activated him. Yeah. So give me Tennessee.
I agree.
I like the Bengals.
Yeah. Whoa. Now that New England lost, he's rogue. He's going rogue now.
They're a team to like.
No. I think the hype is in that corner. I think
Joey
what's gonna happen.
One thing I will say is sorry.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I think the Titans are an overrated team, and they pretty much have a future that isn't guaranteed at all. Obviously, they have Derrick Henry, which is guaranteed, but other than that, nothing else.
And they got A.J. Brown.
See, this is the thing. Like, who's his quarterback? Ryan Tannehill?
Ryan Tannehill's a good quarterback. I'll die on that hill, too. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's why I'm like, I don't really care as much about his trade value in the fantasy league because I don't think he'll have a good quarterback to throw to him. But anyways. Sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
A.J. Brown had 869 yards, and that was with missing, I think, 3 games.
I could have done more, but
he probably could have. Have you seen his 1-2 step? That thing's
I put somebody in the dirt with that. I'm not gonna name who it was, but I put somebody in the dirt.
That's Devontae-esque right there, man. That's Devontae-esque.
Yeah.
Ian, who do you got?
The Titans.
Okay. Let's move to the Saturday night primetime game. The 49ers traveling to Green Bay, where the temperature is supposed to be a high of 12 degrees.
That's not bad.
I wish we do scores. Can we maybe add some scores to this as well?
We're doing scores.
Yeah, because you don't have to, but I want to hear what people are thinking about this.
Okay, let me think.
Are we just doing scores?
I got the Packers by 2 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Yo.
Respect I respect that.
This game.
Hey, we take you into our fan base, Mike. I'll take you in. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, your team's gone.
You probably won't like me in the NFC Championship game, but
I was about to say he's already got his second team.
Yeah.
I will also take Packers. I think it'll be close. I'm gonna say Packers by a touchdown.
Packers by 5.
Whoa! Safety question mark?
No, because the spread's
Oh, okay.
five. The spread's 5.5.
All
I'm
right.
going. I'm going with Vegas on this one.
All right.
Or it's 4.5, whatever it is. 5.5.
I have
Packers by
the, I have the
5.
spread now. I have the spread now at 6.
Whoa.
Packers by
No,
5.
Whoa.
San Fran will cover. I
Ian?
think San Fran's going to keep it close. Just their run game. I like their run game. They're going to keep it close.
21-17 Packers.
Because what's the one way to beat Aaron Rodgers? You keep him out the field. So if San Fran could do that, it's all up to Jimmy G. If Jimmy G doesn't throw a pick, they very well could win that game. Jimmy G, who probably will throw a pick, there's going to be a reason why they lose.
I'm gonna go Packers by a touchdown with the cold weather, assuming it's gonna be a little low scoring. I mean, low scoring for this, I would still say 21-14.
Oh wow, no field goal.
Yeah.
We don't fuck with field goals around
Fuck
here.
field goals. And Matt LaFleur has learned from his last playoff go that field goals are not the move.
All right.
Yeah,
I respect that.
But
hold on, do I need an exact score?
No.
28-23.
Oh.
I do
Yeah,
just want to point out here.
I might even.
Oh, go ahead.
What are you say, Mike?
Mike, go ahead,
What
Mike.
were you gonna say? You were gonna say something. You said I might even. I might even what?
I was gonna say. I think I'm actually gonna literally like move 11 points. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna alt spread
You
this
guys,
thing?
you guys can't hear me.
No, I can. You're gonna alt spread this thing?
I'm talking on here. You guys can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I am. Like minus 11. I don't buy it. I don't buy Jimmy G. I think he sucks.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know if you guys heard any of that, but
No,
yeah,
I
it was
heard it.
very
No, I
delayed.
heard it.
We got it.
Oh,
I heard it.
I'm like 40 seconds off. That's
Oh,
crazy.
gosh.
Mike, that's how mine was at the beginning
Okay.
of this whole podcast. That's why I switched to my phone.
Got it.
Just putting this one out here. Fun fact here: the most expensive ticket right now to buy is for the Bengals Titans game.
I saw that.
Are we surprised?
Yeah, I saw. Where is it at? Tennessee, right?
Yeah, it's in Tennessee.
It's in
So-
Tennessee.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of Bengals fans there. I saw that it was like the
Oh, yeah.
quickest sellout at that stadium. I mean, obviously that makes sense, but it's just like insane. Like I think Cincinnati fans are pretty diehard. So I'm not.
I mean,
surprised by
this is
that.
the first time they're like what in the divisional round since God knows when.
Yeah.
So they got to show out for Joey Burr.
You couldn't even text the last time they made it that far.
That's a good
Nice.
point.
Kind of like when Toronto won the Stanley Cup. You couldn't even.
Yeah,
I don't even know what
yeah,
couldn't you had
yeah.
to go. You had to use a pigeon. You had to use a hawk. Hawk had to fly that over.
Same could be
Same could be said with the
said about
Jets.
the
Exactly.
and the Dolphins. Yeah, we got it.
Yep, exactly. All right, continue.
Exactly.
What's next?
All right,
What's next
next Rams Buccaneers.
Woof. How do you go on? Damn, Sunday's got the good games.
Yeah.
Rams by a field goal.
Okay. What I've learned in my years of watching football is you never bet against the GOAT. Ever. No matter how bad you think the Rams are going to win, you never bet against Tom Brady. You never really bet against. You don't want to bet against LeBron. I've watched sports way too much. I know I'm like, sorry, Mike. I know you're smiling ear to ear right now because I'm saying this, but I got Bucks by a tutty.
Me too.
Thank you.
I have the Buccaneers by 10 points.
Oof. 2 possessions.
Mine's a biased take because I'm still salty from last season.
No,
so.
you understand. They completely understand that. Yeah.
You don't want to
makes
see them.
sense.
You don't want to see them next week.
Nope.
I do. That'd be a hell of a game.
I want to play the team we beat this season.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did beat the hell out of the Rams. That wasn't fair.
Yeah, Devontae owns
all right.
Ramsey.
And then the nightcap on Sunday night for live from Gia Field, the Bills and the Chiefs.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
I'm running with the Bills Mafia. I'm gonna be jumping on tables before this game. Give me the Bills by 4.
Mm.
I will take the Chiefs by 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills by 2 touchdowns.
Zooey mama.
Josh
God
Allen's
damn.
gonna tee up again.
Hey, Josh Allen will. You're
Yeah.
breaking ankles.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He better take some Viagra before that game too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got the
Mike
Chiefs by
or
a field
Ian?
goal.
Okay. Mike?
I got the Chiefs by 2 touchdowns. Actually, I was gonna say the exact.
Wow.
So you
and I'm gonna take the
you're praising the
under on
Bills
Stephon
and you're just
Diggs
gonna pick the
yards.
Chiefs by 2
I think
touchdowns?
the whole narrative of
this?
Stephon Diggs is. Well,
So
they're playing in Kansas City,
come
right?
on, man. The Bills beat
So,
the Bills beat the
there's that.
Chiefs in Kansas
That's a
City a
home field
couple like
factor.
a couple weeks ago in the season. You never know. Come on. They
I
embarrassed
like
them.
the Bills.
They
I think it'll be
embarrassed them.
Bills Packers Super Bowl.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool. It'd be cool to see Mahomes to throw. And I don't like him, obviously. But I like Josh Allen. I have Josh Allen on my dynasty team. I believe in Josh Allen. It's just I don't know. I think the Chiefs
And
are
they
always
I think they're the
close, by
only.
way.
I think
I'm taking the under.
they might be the only team with a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense. If I'm
Stephon
not
Diggs
mistaken.
too. That whole narrative that he's going to have this blowout game. Well, one team has Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited though. Tom Brady's going to get his 8th ring this year, so I'm excited. Just waiting.
I agree.
No,
I agree.
no
I,
shot.
I agree. I think there is a shot. He did it
The
7 other
NFC
times.
runs through Green Bay.
He did it 7 other times. So
The NFC runs through Green Bay.
they did last year too.
Yeah, well,
They
we'll
did
see.
last year too.
Yeah.
But hey, you never know. Aaron Rodgers could do it. He
Well.
could finally win an NFC championship.
yeah. Well, he's the
again.
GOAT, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter what happens.
You know my take on
You
this.
guys know I
Yeah.
love Aaron Rodgers this season. You know I've loving all
Well,
the
I think.
vaccine stuff. Love all that. Love.
Yeah, no, it's
Chelsea,
great.
love
It's
Pat
great.
McAfee.
But
you know I love Aaron Rodgers this year.
I think I think that my take is Aaron Rodgers is more talented, but Tom Brady's the GOAT because he's got the accomplishments, he's got the rings, the MVPs, he's got the wins. But I think Aaron Rodgers is more talented.
Comparison, I think were you there when I made the analogy to LeBron and MJ, where it's just like, damn, this motherfucker's got 19 rings, so I guess he's the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously MJ's a fantastic player, but I think Aaron Rodgers is the LeBron James in this analogy, where he's arguably the GOAT, but doesn't have the
He's more
rings.
talented. He's
Yeah.
more talented.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that. Yes, for LeBron, you could.
Got
He is
one
a,
ring.
I
That's not even the
Yeah.
same strat as
I know, but
He's
I think we're going
got one.
talent. Yeah. He
Come
does
on,
have one.
Come on now.
He does have
with
one.
the
Come
dog
on.
shit.
Come on.
Yeah, but wait, hold on. What defenses were Tom Brady playing with compared to Aaron Rodgers all those years? Dude, Aaron Rodgers was playing with dog shit defenses
He's had some
every
great
year.
luck.
It wasn't his
He's had
fault.
some great luck, but I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, one guy came back from down 28-3.
That is, yep.
We were a 6 seed when we won the Super Bowl, by the
How
way.
was that not? How was that not?
6 seed when we won the Super Bowl.
all right, we're having a lot of Wi-Fi issues, so let's just wrap up
Hey,
with the gambling
I
corner real
mean-
fast.
What are we doing?
Let's just do the gambling corner real fast and then get out of here. Because my Wi-Fi is awful tonight, and
Oh, I kind of thought that's. what
I don't
we were
even know
doing.
how much it is.
Yeah, why has Ian's been holding up more than y'all?
I know it's been I will be going down to the main office of the apartment complex
Protest.
tomorrow to
This
refresh
man's about
my own,
to
yeah,
Karen
Wi-Fi
this.
router.
He's about to Karen.
Wow. That's been
We are about to have a big war if they don't give me some Wi-Fi.
Love that.
Respect.
Mike, your favorite this week?
So what do we got?
What?
My favorite is Green Bay -6.
Oh, also, update from last week. Let's see. Shane was the best out of all of us, 3-1. Me, we pretty much all tied because I guess if you include Noah's push, Noah went 2-1, and then the rest of us went 2-2.
2-1-1. That means I'm second.
2-1-1.
Yeah.
That means
Whoa.
Sorry. Playing a FIFA game.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, he's not on camera, so who cares?
Yeah.
True.
People
Noah.
be taking conference calls in the pool because I know him.
No, what do you got?
My favorite? Tampa
Yep.
Bay -3. It's the GOAT. I got my money where the GOAT is. Come on, man.
Ian?
Come on, man.
I got the Chiefs.
Ooh.
It's 1.5.
You on what?
Yeah.
I got 1.5. Do you want the 1.5 or 2.5?
That's 1.5.
What's the likelihood they
1.5
win?
now.
What's the likelihood they win by 1? I don't know how likely is that.
In that game, it's a possibility.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Vegas knows.
Vegas does know. You're right. They do.
Well, I feel like I want to go with everyone, so I will go Tennessee. I'll go Tennessee minus 3.5. Cody, what are you taking?
So I actually have no clue what any of the spreads are.
Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to
Okay.
win out of all the games?
Like a lock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's your, out of the team on?
So wait, hold on.
All the home teams are favored. All the home teams.
Yes. So KC, Tampa, Green Bay, Tennessee. Pretty much just pick one of those ones.
Out of those, probably Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Tennessee minus 3. All right, Mike, your underdog.
The Bengals.
Ooh.
Well, you taking with the points or no?
Oh yeah, I'll take the points. I mean, it doesn't matter. Bengals money line too. I guess either way.
Oh yeah.
Noah.
Well, I only picked one underdog, so I'm going Bills money line. It's the only underdog I took out of all the games.
Ian.
I got the Niners to cover.
Ooh.
I could have done that. I could have. No, I'm Bills. I'm literally gonna jump on a table for the game.
I am also going to side with Ian. I like Stanford plus 6. Cody.
Yeah, definitely the Bills. I don't know what the fuck money line means, but that too.
That means you're picking them to win.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. I'm picking the Bills money line there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mike, you're over under.
Under in the Bills Chiefs game, 55 points is
that is
so
a lot.
many points. I'll go under 55.
That is a lot. I'm gonna go over on that then. Like we said, Vegas knows. The Vegas knows, so I'm gonna go over. If they think it's a high scoring game, all right, sweet. It's gonna be a high scoring game.
Ian.
I got the over in the Titans Bengals game.
Joey, can't even do it.
Now let's see what's at 47 flat. I like the under in the Packers game of 47.
Dude, Packers might drop. Let's see. What's the Packers over under? $26.5. Damn, it's a lot.
Cody, over under.
Yeah, I looked at the numbers. I'm gonna have to go under for Green Bay San Fran as well if it's 47 total.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then finally our lock of the week. Mike,
Well, I'm gonna get spicy with this one. Give me a second.
well, yeah, Mike, go ahead. Should I just assume this is
Bucks
Tom
money
Brady? Yep.
Oh yeah, I got one.
All right, Noah, who do you got? What's your lock?
Rob Gronkowski anytime touchdown. Come on, dude. It's the playoff connection. Give me the Gronk. Yes, sir. He'll
We're
find
gonna
Gronk.
wait for two tutties in the Super Bowl. We're waiting for two tutties in the Super
Gronk might get a touchdown every game.
Ian, your lock.
I got the under in the Bills and the Chiefs since I can't take a Bears under since they're not here.
No, you good. No, you good. You very well could.
If the total's at 0, can the
It's a
Bears
half.
score negative points this weekend?
It's a half.
Oh, if it's half,
Half.
definitely. Yeah, give me
You
that.
could just have him hold a scrimmage.
They're not going to score this weekend.
Noah, I will go on the route like you do. Give me the lock of Cooper Kupp anytime TD.
Okay. So I try to get spicy with my things here. I like to make it spicy.
And Cody, what's your lock? This is
Can they do a anytime touchdown for AJ Dillon?
Oh, I like
you
that.
can. You sure can.
Anytime touchdown for AJ Dillon.
He is the red zone guy.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yep, he's up there to get a touchdown. He's 115. That's not bad. Damn, Devontae White. Damn, 140.
Bulls are up 4, by the way.
All right.
That is true.
Well, This was a fun one, riddled with internet problems.
And B dropped 50. He got the 50 and then just walked off the court. He just walked. He got his ass out of there.
But yeah, this was a fun one. I don't know how much of this is gonna record. I don't know how much it did record.
I like it. I like it.
It's all about having fun.
And this is true. Like, I don't know, because like I have this still open on my laptop, and like the number
it says
keeps
it's live.
counting. Yeah, so I just don't know if it's recording like just everyone's camera or just on my computer.
Oh, I hope it's just your camera. I hope it's just
Hopefully
you
it's
the
just
whole time.
recording whatever I'm doing because, obviously it's just
The
being
dot-
black screen the whole time.
The album
This
cover,
is-
yeah.
This would be perfect to wrap up.
Yeah.
To. Cody, what is the poster that was behind you when you were on the screen? We were trying to identify what it was.
Sure.
But we could not figure it out.
Yeah, so this is
Good
the room that
question.
I was in, little downstairs office space that obviously now I'm away for college, my parents use. But when I was down here, I put up posters I liked. I brought one of them with me to college. The one that stayed here, the one on the wall is The West Wing, which is a TV show. It's on HBO Max. It was on Netflix for years, but now it's on HBO Max. It's a politics TV show, which obviously makes sense for me. So, yeah. Yep. And then there's
There
a
we go.
D Rose jersey back there, and then
Heroes.
Joakim Noah signed, Jimmy Butler signed the D Rose jersey, and I think that's a Matt Forte football back there. So a lot of sports stuff down here.
Former Jet.
Yeah, I wish I had my camera on so I could have like a sports background, but obviously technology.
Well, hey,
like
Cody, like I said, who knows if this is the whole thing even got recorded? I don't even know.
Yeah, hey,
So
who
it
knows?
might be okay. You
Yep.
might be fine.
That's a good point.
But on that note, Cody, thank you for joining us this week.
Thank
It
you,
was a
Cody.
pleasure.
Yeah, very fun. Happy to be
Yeah,
here.
thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course. And then hopefully next week was a better week for us, guys. Maybe we can have some better.
Yeah, y'all gotta
Wi-Fi.
get y'all gotta get that Ian internet provider, bro. Look at that. Yeah, that should help. Look at that.
Next week, unless we're
Oh,
changing.
and then we just
dates-
lost. Look what I said it.
Oh, what a
Damn, I jinxed them. Damn, that's tough. All right, well,
But yeah, on that note though, who knows? Next week we'll have to figure out the schedule because Mike will be busy on Wednesday, so we either have to go without him or find a different date, and then we might have Felipe on next week, so that would be a fun time.
Cool.
So we'll have to figure everything out.
Go
But on
Bucks.
top of that, I think that's it. Hopefully, a better weekend for football this week for us.
it will.
Yeah,
There's not
that.
one game I could see where there'd be a
True
blowout,
that.
unless I just think I think Mike Samson's got the Packers winning by 90.
All right. Well, this is now the moment of truth. Let me let me stop recording and hope this works.
Crossing my toes.
I'll see you guys.